Hi, welcome back to the organizing tip of the day. I get a lot of people who email me and they ask, they say they don't know where to start and where do you start? So I want to first give you a disclaimer, and that is I am not a naturally organized person at all. At all. The way I organize is just to be able to put things away quickly, save myself time by not having to look for things, I know where everything is, and have it look kind of nice. So if you're like a crazy uber organized person, my methods probably would infuriate you because the only thing I'm looking for is ease of putting it away and keeping my stuff tidy. So the first thing when people ask me, where do you start? Really, it's really simple, but it is time consuming. You start with giving everything a home, like everything. Like, where do your batteries go? They need a home. Everything in your house. When you look at those piles of clutter, the reason they're there is because they probably don't have a specific home, and if they do, you're obviously not putting them there. So one of the ways to, once you've created a home, ensure that you're going to put things away is to label it. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's true. Labeling things, even if it's an obvious thing, labeling it makes you so much more likely to actually put it away. And it also makes the rest of your family more likely too, because not everybody thinks the same. So even though you think your husband's a total moron for not knowing where that goes, he might just really not know where that goes. Nobody's a mind reader. So by labeling things, you're more likely to put it away and your family's more likely to put it away. Plus, it looks so much prettier. And if you have anyone come over who wouldn't normally be there, see a babysitter, they'll know where things go. It's win-win-win for everyone. So lately I've been in love with big fat labels. So I'm going to take you on a tour to show you my new big fat label love. Loving big fat labels. I of course have a label maker for the small things, but for big bins and baskets, nothing looks prettier than a big fat label, and they're free to make. So here we go. I upgraded those dish pans in my closet because they were just not deep enough. You know, my stuff overflowing. So I did invest in these $6 bins from Walmart. They're canvas bins, but I put big fat labels on it, and that's just cardstock. Again, I got a big packet years ago from the dollar store. It's cue cards, and I cut one in half and glued it on, and then just with marker, I wrote on with my big fat labels. Then I decided to go crazy and I big fat labeled up my whole house. So come with me. Kids are screaming. Here's my linen closet. So I put big fat labels on my linen closet. Again, it's just cardstock with a hole punched in it and some ribbon, whatever, to tie it on. So I have one for my kids' stuff where I just toss in kids' medicine, all the kids' stuff, one for first aid, one for extra products, and one for washcloths. I think they're having a domestic down there. I'm gonna have to deal with that, so I'm gonna wrap this up quickly. Labeled my bins up here where we keep the bread and mommy and daddy snacks, just because we're running out of cupboard space there, but it's a great way to use the top of the fridge. Then I have, I found a place to use those dish pans, and I did this first of all because I thought it would look a little bit neater, but I had no idea how much more functional it would be to pull these out and to put the dishes away, for the kids to grab their dishes, to pull out to find their cup. That way they're not like rooting through the whole cupboard and having things fall. It's all in a dish pan. Same with water bottles and their snacks. They can pull it out, put it on the floor, and they can go through it all. When we get snacks from the store, we always open up the boxes, dump it in, and kind of stir up the snack thing. That way they can get themselves a snack. They don't have to bug me when they're hungry. And it also gives them some independence, but by putting it in a dish pan, holy jamosis, it's so much easier to put stuff away, to get at it. Why didn't I do this before? And then I decided with my one leftover to do Tupperware. Now this is freaking genius, because when I'm putting it away, Tupperware is such a pain to put away, especially since we have all these little containers. But keeping it in a dish pan, I literally take this out and put it on the counter when I'm emptying the dishwasher. Or when I'm making the kids' lunches, I take this whole thing out and I put it up there to have containers. And